This is a story that's been in the making for a number of months. March with Midwives started on the internet. It grew and spread to towns and cities across Britain in places like Leeds, Cardiff and Nottingham, where I am today. Essentially what it's about is a lot of midwives in the industry aren't in a position where they're happy and enjoying what used to be, as they say, quite a productive and pleasant place to work. We all know that we're brought into this world by midwives. One of the midwives that I spoke to at this particular protest yesterday said that it's such an important job that most people overlook. And essentially what it is people feel like they're, as the main campaign for March the Midwife says, that bullying and toxic hierarchical management and systems that are stifling innovation is taking away the traditional role of the midwife. Now, there was hundreds of people up and down the country, but where I was yesterday at the Forest Recreation Ground in Nottingham on Sunday afternoon, I spoke to one midwife, Chantelle, who's been working in the community for 25 years around St Anne's here in Nottingham, and she gave a few of the reasons why many people are deciding to leave the profession.
Midwives have just had enough. We're exhausted. The pandemic has put the tin lid basically on what we thought of as our role, and it's made us realise that actually, although we are very wanted in the community, the ability for us to do our job is being hampered. 20 years ago, when I started in the community, it was unheard of for midwives to be off with stress. People would be off with grief, or they'd had a loss of a loved one or something like that, but they would not be off with work-related stress. And that's been the biggest thing that's happened over probably about the last 5 years. We're finding a vast amount of midwives going off with work-related stress. That impacts on your family. Your family, you get home after a long day at work. Your family is the one that the people you turn to for support. Your family are always the ones that you have to say, I'm sorry, we can't do that thing this weekend because I've got to work extra. I'm being asked if I'll cover another shift. So it has a massive impact, and it's an ongoing impact. And eventually it grinds the midwife down.